So, all right, sir, what is the full meaning of INEC?
INEC.
INEC.
Indomie Nigeria Education Company. Thank you.
INEC totally gave us a shocker of life by postponing the election last Saturday. And the question is, what do you think about the postponement? What do you think about the postponement of the election?
Well, actually, the election being postponed is not a good news at all because I believe the current president is a bit scared. That's why there must have been some manipulation somewhere, somehow. Him having all his presence in the electoral bodies, being occupying the, So I believe there must have been something going wrong somewhere. He knows about the postponement, but let me tell you, it's not a good thing. All other, the Nigerians, the whole economy for that day was totally shut down. And I believe businesses and monies were lost for that, on that particular day, which I think our economy doesn't really need that.
Well, I think it's really bad. It's really bad in the sense that when you have planned something for over 5 years, we think you should be competent enough to handle that situation. 5 years is not just a thing of today or tomorrow. And then and the worst part of it is trying to push the whole thing at the 99th hour. That is just too bad. If it were maybe some 2 weeks before that time, one can accept it, maybe because of logistic reasons. But I don't know. It's just frightening. And I pray that we won't degenerate to a worse situation.
What I think about is maybe there's certainly maybe they suppose not to prevent the election, but there must be a reason. Maybe they want to do this or APC. Maybe they want to do maybe partial or something like, but they suppose not to. You can't know what can happen this Saturday. They can this Saturday I will propose it. So you can't know what is really happen. So that's my opinion. Everybody are frustrated about it, So it's not, and it's not the first time that we heard about postponement. I think it happens in the time of Jonathan. I think you know that one talk. But that one was postponed before the time. Not like this one that we were already slept before we woke up in the morning and we heard that it has been postponed. So for me, it's not encouraging voting again.
That one is a disaster and that caused problem for Nigerians. So many people traveled with their family to vote. At the end of the day, they cancelled the election. Secondly, students were vacated from the school. My daughter is right in the house now, and there's no way she can go back because of the election. So, in fact, they have caused a lot of economic disaster for Nigerians.
But postponement, why want to enjoy presidency for 1 week? It's like he's losing it. That's why I want to postpone. So you can get the money a little soon. You understand? So I don't think it's good as that. It's not good.
Well, I think it's for the benefit of the nation, because what INEC is up to is about maybe to save life. Like I did hear from the news in the radio station that the arrangement was being disorganized, being that they need to carry some ballot boxes to different polling stations. But due to, I don't know how I should put it exactly, maybe they are not well organized. And they say they're supposed to be at each polling station at 8 a.m. But due to the way the whole thing was being arranged, it's not properly arranged. For that reason, and also hear from the news that one of our INEC stations was get burnt. maybe all these idea all together, and from the perspective of the INEC, they might be thinking maybe if they should allow the voting to take on, maybe a kind of rigging might come up.
I don't think anything about the election because all those people that are in power, they can do anything they like. So I don't think anything the election, maybe or PDP or APC or something, I don't think anything like that. Because they say this week, this Saturday now, they will do it here. But I don't think anything. Any day they want, it should be done. Don't worry, I'll do it.
And the postponement of the election, I think to them, is going to help us Nigerians. Maybe they see the pressure on ground. Definitely, maybe they're expecting war or scandal like that. So they have to postpone it for the peace of Nigeria. On the other hand, I look it is not right. After suspending people's business, keeping the school children at home for days, at the midnight, they just take a decision and postpone the election. I don't think it should be done in a country like this, when it's not just a state, a whole country. This should have been properly planned for, even before the date was fixed. Why cancelling the election on the day of election? So I think it's not right. But to them, they know the reason why they have to do that, maybe for the favor of us, the masses. So it helps us, it helps them. So we still give glory to God, and we look forward to see how it's going to happen next week.
You know, my opinion about the postponement of the election has nothing to do about it. Because, you know, we are living in a nation that there is injustice. I'll just be frank with you. So it's just like a music remix. The government we are having, you know, it's like the kind of a government we have experienced before. So I'm just looking forward to when we're going to have a new government, a new set of people that will really do the change. So it doesn't, you know, our government is just campaigning like an opposition person. He's saying he wants to do it. Something that you're supposed to done it already.
Not much, but maybe they have a reason for postponing it. Yes, and maybe they notice that the election cannot be, you know, cannot be done properly. Yes, and cannot be fair, free and fair.
Well, I think it's a very nice idea. I think I have to commend the INEC chairman. I think the postponement of the election exposed the hidden agenda of the APC. Because we've been hearing about some ballot paper have been stolen from here, Port Harcourt, River State, Enugu, and so on and so forth. I think the postponement of the election is a wise decision taken by the INEC chairman.
First of all, the postponement of the election is a very disappointment to Nigeria because normally, I'm supposed to resume work on that Saturday. I already changed my plan. They had to call me like around 10 o'clock that election has been postponed. And then it was a very big disappointment because normally that day I see it as let me just sleep and wake up and then let me just go out to go and vote.
My take about the postponement of the election is that concerning the issue on grant, we heard that the problem of the postponed election is based on the logistic issue. That the INEC the INEC chairman and his co-official, so they have already compromised the election.
It's fucked up. Buhari and Atiku, we don't want them anymore. So that's all I can say for now.
I think very well because the election is coming to a truly on Saturday. Our postponement of election, it is a fault of the INEC or the polling unit or the ballot paper that's a fault. So the election postponed is the mistake of the INEC. So that's what the problem is.
It's kind of bad, and it's kind of bad, yeah. That's all I have to say.
The postponement of election is the betterment of everyone.
no matter how we want to argue about it, it has been postponed. So what we need to do is just to look forward towards everyone to vote for his or her own candidate, and at the same time, we should also make it a credible and peaceful voting. That's just.
I don't really know what to say on the postponement of the election. It's a very tragedy issue to this country for someone to wake up. They fix the date, and you wake up the following day hearing that news that they have cancelled the election. What I have never noticed or had before. So we don't know what to say. We are just watching.
All right, sir, how did the postponement affect you?
Well, on that particular day, I was made to sleep over at work for like 2 whole days, you know, which I didn't have a good sleep. I didn't eat well, no proper rest, and it's not good. And the next one again, I'm about to face the same thing, which is I'm a bit sad, as you can see.
The fact it affected me. My daughter, my first son, wanted to wear that very 23rd. But now they have postponed the thing to 23rd. What am I going to do again? That's a very big problem to me. Because the event house we paid for, they have rented it to another people for another day. So I'm confused. The thing is real rubbish. I don't want to say anything about the government. You understand me? But let them continue with what they're doing. It's God that will rush after them, that's all.
Well, it didn't affect me. As far as it will remove this present government and bring in Atiku into the government. It didn't affect me. Even if maybe it made me to be successful to go for my polling unit and so on and so forth. But
Well, economically it affects, and it's not only me but the general Nigerian. But this is our country, and we have to get it right. So it's better we get it right now than keep arguing afterwards.
The thing really affects a lot of things, because most of Nigerians, they've already prepared ahead of the election. So actually, as I am now, on that very day, I've already concluded my mind that on that very day, if I couldn't go to the polling units, I'll just be at home and watching the film, if possible, if they bring the lights.
It affected me because that day I have already cancelled any work, anything or maybe that I wanted to do and in the house for going. When I heard it, I was not happy. So I was angry that throughout that day I couldn't do anything again.
Affect me, God. Affect me, everyone. I want to travel, so I waste money on my travel to come back. Now I want to go and vote on my village. So now it affects me a lot. It affects me a lot. Because, money is involved.
Well, to be candid, it has really affected me because on Friday I wasted a lot of money buying 1 or 2 things only for me to discover that Buhari has so many things in stock.
Because I was meant to go and vote, but when I heard the postponement, what I'm meant to do, I didn't do it. At my work, I didn't go.
No way. It does not affect my business. Just that day, we still opened our business, so there's nothing.
Anyway, I myself, it affected me in such a way that, that very day, I was on waking up. I was shocked that they postponed the election. I didn't expect it. All my mind was just to wake up that very morning and come out and cast my vote. I was surprised that as I wake up and I on my radio and I heard that the thing was postponed.
It affects me because they didn't allow me to run my business that day, and this is what I feed on. If I don't come out, I don't eat. So they kept me at home for a whole full day. Because it's not everybody that will have to go and be watching television at night. Before I got to know that the election was postponed, probably things have gone. And no even communication opens that we can even get what we have to say back. So when you call, they say, the election was cancelled. At the time, they could not do anything. So the whole business was still done. Except people that does business maybe in their house that were able to still carry on with their business. Unlike us, we have to transport our car. Before the transporters came out, time has gone. So it really affects our businesses also.
It only affects the business on Saturday because everybody believes that the election is going to hold. So there wasn't movement early in the morning. So, but later, people catch up and the street keep growing like normal.
Well, not being able to go out, I'm a private man. They private me from going out on Saturday, which is actually my working day. It's not good for me. So when I sacrifice that day to do service of our country, and then all of a sudden somebody just dream up to say that it has been botched, that's not good enough for me.
I'm a businessman because, firstly, on that Saturday when they postponed it, people didn't go. People could see at that level. So, number one, it affects my business. Secondly, the money I supposed to, what the profit I supposed to make on that Saturday, I couldn't make it. So,
Well, it affected me personally because my business was just stopped because of for Thursday, Friday, till now, nothing has happened. And in fact, if you go to stock market where I work, I work with SEC, the downturn that happened in the capital market as a result of the election, this election was too huge. In fact, we lost over 20 billion naira in Nigerian capital market, so it's a very big problem.
It affected me a lot. It affected me a lot, I work as an agent, and most of my clients that day, their flight was cancelled automatically. So they have to go the other day. But it was very stressful.
All right, so what is the full meaning of INEC?
INEC is Independent National Independent National Electorate Commission.
Full meaning of INEC, that's Nigeria Independent Electorate. Nigeria Independent. I don't forget some.
Independent National.
INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission.
Independent National Electoral Commission.
Independent National Electoral Commission.
INEC. INEC, that INEC. I don't know.
The nation is not encouraging us to even follow that trend. As a person, I don't know the meaning of INEC, and I don't want to know it.
Independent National Electoral Commission.
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
INEC, it means Independent National Electoral Commission.
INEC. I can't deceive you. I don't know the meaning of it.
That's Independent Electoral Commission or something like that.
I don't know.
Independent National Electoral Commission.
No, I can't say that right now. I can't say. But I know they are the one that taking care of the election things.
Independent National Electoral Commission.
I forgot to for now because this suddenly.
You can try now. INEC.
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is your girl Vicky James, bringing to you always the voice from the streets. Hope you enjoyed today's segment, and catch us next time for more informative, educating, entertaining videos. We are Redi. Follow us on Instagram at We Are Redi, on Facebook at Redi, and on Twitter at We Are Redi. Thank you so much.